Hello everyone, good morning student. How are you? I hope you all is great condition. It is a pleasure to meet you. It's so cool today. Stay warm. It is nice occasion. Thank you for the time given to me. First of all, I would like to introduce myself too. My name is Debora Kalyana. People call me Debora. I'm a new physics teacher here. I'm from Kediri and I'm currently living in Paris. I graduated from Department of Physics in Universitas Negeri Malang. In the future, I would like to be lecturer there. I love playing to music and I can play piano with singing. Besides, in my spare time, I like to share about physics. You can watch me in my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is Debora Kalyana. Okay, that's all about me. Now here I want to sharing about simple harmonic motion. If you have problem about this concept, don't be shy, don't be worried to ask me, and I try to answer your questions. Before we start this class today, let's pray together. Pray begin. Pray finish. Now, I'll take attendance before we begin the class. Let's see who's here today. Number 1, Akra. Number 2, Dera. Number 3, Yura. And pre-memory. Who isn't here today? Dera? Doesn't anyone know why Dera isn't here? Does anyone know where Dera is? Oh, okay. Thank you, Akra, for your information. It's time to study. Let's start today's lesson together now. In this class, only one person speaks at a time. So, when I'm talking, please listen. I need you to open your physics book at page 10. Shirley, can you please read this out loud for us? Wawan, you will continue at page 11. And Hannah, your next page. The whole class read together. Follow along in your book. Pre-memory. Okay everyone, listen to me now. So, let's talk the basic problem it. Look at this. Let's take a spring and let's tie it to the wall with block. And let's stretch it out from its equilibrium position. So, it was sitting there at x equals 0. We are gonna stretch it out to some distance x and then we are gonna let it go. Okay, when I let this block go and you're ignoring any friction here, what does this do we know? What it is going to do? It is gonna start moving that way. And at some later time, it is gonna be cruising to the left and the spring will be at equilibrium. And then at some later time, it will compress the spring and it will compress back to rest. And then it will do that again and again. If we stretch it out to x, this is of course negative x. So this is the basic model for simple harmonic motions. We understand a little bit about springs and we understand a little bit about force. Hopefully now we understand about acceleration. Let's see how to get to the mathematically simple harmonic motion from Hooke's law. Motion from Hooke's law. That Hooke's law applies to a spring, right? When you straighten the spring, there is a restoring force on the object and that restoring force is negative kx. K is the spring constant for the spring and x is the position of the object. But we also know that Newton's second told us the following if I sum the force in the x direction. I only have one in this case. It's negative kx. You have to equal the mass times the acceleration. If you have more than one force, you will put it in here. But in this case, we're ignoring friction, ignoring air resistance. All we have is spring. Alright, we can solve this equation now for acceleration. Acceleration is negative k over m times x. And this is the basic for simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic motion is when the acceleration a is proportional to the negative of the displacement. The negative just means restoring. It's trying to restore itself to equilibrium. If that was a positive, It's like the spring would keep pushing direction, and that block would of course never return to x equals 0. So the negative sign just means restoring force. It's got to pull it back towards x equals 0. Okay, that's all about the basic of simple harmonic motion. Any questions? If you have problem about these concepts, don't be shy to ask me, and I'll try to answer your questions for problem solving about this chapter. But if there are no questions, please work on the questions in the book on the page 16. You are allowed to discuss with your friends. Let's do it now. You need to do it because you have to study for the mid-test 2 weeks later. I'll give you 10 minutes to finish pre-memory. Time to stop. Show me your answer. Yura, how about your answer about this problem? Okay, thank you for your answer, Yura. Now, take out your paper and your pencil. Let's begin the activity. I want us to do the work together. Please, all of you bring a ruler next week. Okay, everyone, because time is over. That was study from the chapter on simple harmonic motion today. Before we close our class today, let's pray together. Pray begin. Pray finish. I hope this lesson today can give benefit for us. Please brush up this lesson at home. That's all for study today, and thank you. I'll see you again next week. Bye.